Welcome to the stream, folks. It's Wednesday night and we're going to do a bit more development. But before that, I'm going to take you through a couple of things that I've done while we were offline. And that is that I have now split up our, going to like that, I have split up the movement axis into the correct keys rather than the defaults, right? Which is basically this part here. We have added a headbob animation, which is going to play if it is active. We have also set up we have added the lookup back on, and that is in the gameplay settings as well. So in the meantime, we're going to get game instance, gameplay. We're going to use this in a second. Gameplay settings, and we're going to break that struct. Now we don't have this quite set up yet, but we can save it there and we can go to our struct gameplay settings, and we can add a new variable called look up, down, enabled, and we shall call this headbob enabled, and we shall spell this correctly. We shall save that. We shall back to our gameplay settings, and now we shall be branching off of this, and we shall hide this unconnected pins. We will move jump out the way, and it will eventually be removed completely, right? But in the meantime, we're going to do this and this and this, and move this along a bit, and tidy that up a bit. This can go here, and if that is true, we'll plug it in there. We'll tidy this up a bit, and there we go. So now our movement is all set up. Now all we need to do is set up our correct settings in our saved game. Okay. and invert X, invert Y are going to be off, head bob enabled on, look up down enabled on. Okay, and now what we need to do is we need to go to, well, let's do save all first. Go to our file explorer, imports, back it up, go to saved, look at our saved games, delete this, minimize it, and restart the game basically. Okay, so if we press the play, we do not have the gameplay settings, which suggests that in our menu menu controller we are setting the gameplay settings, which is a bit bizarre. Let's enable a breakpoint here and press play. Easy, 0, false, false, true, false. Well, that's interesting. Going to stop that. We're going to go back to here. These are true. This one should be 1. Save that. Right. Then delete our save game. And if we go to our controller here, well, we can do this if we like, I suppose. Look up and down, and that should be us. Okay, save that, and we did delete this, so that's cool. Well, that's interesting. We need to stop that and delete that. And we actually don't want to do this. So what we'll do is we'll unlock that, and we'll just plug this straight in. and this should be easy. Score multiplier. That's weird. Okay. So hang on a second here. Stop that. That goes back. That goes to 1. Save that. We need to delete our file again. This isn't going too good, is it? Right, hang on a second here. If we step over that, true, 1, right, it's set now. Okay. And now you can move your view up and down to a certain degree. And we headbob. Okay. But we want to be able to control these. Okay. So what we need to do is go to our HUD, go to main menu, go to options, open options. Keep meaning to have a look at that issue. Now we have our gameplay. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use this. So we're going to duplicate it. And then we are going to move it to here. Okay. And then to give us our correct thing, we're going to say difficulty. And we're going to just change these up to start with. Invert X axis. And then this one is going to be invert Y axis. Then we're going to have look up, down, enabled. And we're going to add another one, but in the meantime what we're going to do is we're going to delete that. We may leave our apply on, except we might not. So we're going to need these, the checkbox button, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to leave the difficulty, but we are going to delete that. In fact, give me a second. What we'll actually do, the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to change this to CP gameplay. Then we've got our vertical box, and then we've got our first horizontal box, right? And that horizontal box can stay. And what we'll do is we'll remove this horizontal box. Then we'll remove that horizontal box. Then we're going to keep this one. Right, we've got this horizontal box here, which we're going to delete. And then we're going to delete that, delete that, delete that. Then we're going to duplicate and duplicate and duplicate. Okay, and here what we're going to do is that first one we're going to leave it. Then the next one we're going to say head bob enabled. Okay, then this next one invert mouse X. And that's okay. And this one is going to be invert mouse Y. Okay, so going well so far. And in here this combo box right, where's the default settings for it? Default options. easy, medium, hard. That'll do. We'll save that and we'll check how it's looking at the moment. And we can click on these, and this okay. Stop that for now. And we want this combo box. That's going to be 0, or it's going to be easy. We're going to have to set that with the actual value in a minute or two, but for the most part, yeah, we're going to have it's actually set to the value, but we'll set that in a minute. And that's going to be easy. Okie dokie. And there we go, got easy, medium, hard. Okay, so our next point of call is to change our check mark from black to white because it's easier to see. Right, so basically we'll need to change the name of these as well. Okay. And here's the checked press, checked hovered. What we're going to do, I'm going to change this to white. And see what it does. I'm guessing it's not going to do what we want it to do, but yeah. I mean, we could do it that way. We could change these to white. Or what we could do is we could change this to an image. Okay, but this isn't the main thing at the moment. The main thing is to actually get this to work. Okay. So, I would suggest getting it to work first. So, in the first instance, we should really rename these. Checkbox, invert Y, then checkbox, invert X, then checkbox, headbob, enabled, and finally checkbox up, down, enabled. Okay. So the next thing is on our, so let's start with checkbox invert Y. We're not going to do that. On checkbox state changed, and what we'll do here is we'll just grab all these, right? We're going to do a function and just update everything at the same time, because it doesn't really make any difference the way we do this. Right? Headbob is going to be the same. Up, down is going to be the same. And our combo box is combo box difficulty, isn't it? But I don't think we've renamed it. So what we'll do is we'll save that. We'll go back to our designer. And this is combo box difficulty. Okay. Save that. Go back here. And on selection change. And that should do us. Now we should be able to just basically grab all these, save them with the save game, and then update them with save gameplay settings. It should really update, but it is save as well, so it doesn't really matter what we call this, right? So make struct underscore gameplay settings. Right, and then what we can do is we look for the invert, get this, and we say is get is enabled. That goes in there. Okay, it doesn't, it goes in there. Okay, and then we get invert X, and we say is enabled. It's not that. Just do that. Okay. And we do 2 more of these. Get that. Then that goes in there. And then we do the head bob thing. Get that. That goes in there. Now we can add that one, add that one. Then we're going to make this then we're going to get our combo box difficulty, and that's not what we're going to do. We're going to get this, get selected index, to byte, and then that's going to go in there. Okay. Now we are going to have to set these up at the time as well when we first come in, but we'll get this working first. We'll save this. And really depending on this, we'll just set this to 1 for now. Right? Because we might not even be doing a score, to be fair. So the next thing we're going to do is save all that, and we're going to go to the controller, then we're going to do saved, get saved game, and then we're going to say game set gameplay settings. That's going to go in there. Right. And then with our save game, now that we've done that, we're going to save game to slot, and it is COAVH, and that is going to go in there. And there we go. That should work for all of our things. So all we need to do now is go here, and all of these can basically now go in here. Okay, so we can save that. And that's super duper. And now what we need to do is fill resolution, fill key bindings, sliders, display, visual combo boxes. We need one more function called set up game play settings. Okay, we shall go back to our event graph and we shall call this and the next thing we need to, there's one more thing we need to do in that other thing, and that is to go to our controller and get the instance then set gameplay settings and set it there. Okay, so we set it in the save game, we set it in the instance, and then we save it in the save game. Okay, and that should work just the treat for us. Save that, and then we need to go into here and let me just check one thing. Are we pulling this from the save game, or are we pulling this? Well, not for that one. We need to go back to the event graph. Key binding, right, volume sliders. This is coming from the game instance. Okay. So we're pulling it from the game instance. So we're going to say controller, get controller, game instance, then we're going to get gameplay settings, then we're going to break the struct, we're going to do that, then we're going to break that, and we're going to get combo box difficulty, and then we are going to get this, and we're going to get that, we're going to get that, and we're going to get that. That should do us, right? And we can set these up one by one as we go, and tidy it up when we are finished. So the combo box selected, set selected index is going to be to okay. Now I'm not too sure, we're going to have to check on that one. I'm not 100% sure just to int will do it. We might need to do it to byte and then to int. Or let me just check something here. If I just do switch easy, medium, difficult. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that because it's not easy, medium, and hard. I could change that to hard, and then we could do that. But for different languages, it's probably better to do it that way. If we ever get to do different languages, that is. Whoopsie daisy. And we'll test this once we've done a couple of these. Right, so next one, invert X. Right, so we're going to do this one next. Is enabled and that's going to come from here. And we're basically just going to say is enabled, is enabled, is enabled. So we can basically duplicate these. Do that, pop that under there, pop that under there, goes there, goes there, goes there, that goes there. Invert Y goes there, headbob goes there, this one goes there. So if we run this now, well, it's doing something because both of them are enabled, right? So that is fine. If we right, there's weird stuff happening there. Right, we'll do that. Then we'll close that. We'll exit the game. we'll play again, and that isn't changing. Right, so we're gonna have to check to see if this is actually running. Options, gameplay, hit the button. Right, that didn't fire. Right. So down here, this did not fire. Apparently it did. So we step into, we step over, right, that looks right. But you'll notice that it didn't actually change anything there. Right, because these are all true. So if we resume that, right, so we'll basically say that was headbob, right? So look up and down. Right, so if we step over, look up and down is enabled true. Right, that's right. Resume. So headbob enabled should be false. Right, headbob, and it's true. Okay, let's step over that. Resume. Okay. I'm going to stop that for now. Right, we're going to do that, then we're going to do that and do that. So this is look up and down. Look up down is checked true. Headbob should be false. Right, so we need to pass these variables in. Right, because it's not changing the value at this point. Right, so basically we need to go into our save game, and we need basically 4 inputs. Input X, Y, Bob, and finally up, down. Okay, and these can go, this can go down, X, Y, Bob, up, down. Then we can drag this back over to here, and that does us fine. Right, so if we press play, options, gameplay, click here, right? I'm an idiot, but it shows that we need to Bob, interesting. Interesting indeed. We might have to do this in a slightly different way here. We might have to do combo box X, then say get is it is enabled or is checked? Right, so I guess we're going to have to test this. Right, so we're going to save that, and we're going to press play, go to options, right, and we're looking at X, right, so X, everything is ticked, and now it won't let me tick anything. So I'm going to close that, I'm going to exit the game, then we're going to go to your save game file, and we're going to delete it, right, and then we're going to run it again. We're going to go to your options, gameplay, and these are not checked, right? So if we click on that, we're checking invert X, and it's saying false. Okay, so we're going to stop this for now. Wait a minute. Yeah, it is checked. Right. I think we're setting it to as enabled in this one. Yeah, we're setting up as enabled. That's why we're right. Goofballs. Should be is checked. Not is enabled, doofus. Right. We do that, duplicate these. Right, bit of a doofus, but hey ho. That one goes there. That one goes there. That one goes there. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. These get deleted. These get joined up. And that gets added there. Then we straighten up, basically. And grab all these, and they're all in a line, so we'll just drag them all up there. Right. Now we should be able to run it, and it should actually do the right thing. Right, thank you. Okay. And now, if we do headbob, right, we'll stop that for now. We'll go into save game, and I'm going to get the headbob box and check what it is. And that is checked. Right. So basically when we come into here, we should be checking if it's checked or not. Right. Resume. And headbob. Right, so we can use these. Okay. So that's cool. So we can basically click on this and remove all of these. Okay. And basically we can duplicate that. and again, and again. And these are all going to go under here because this is going to get moved back up again. And box invert there. Invert Y. Is going to go here. Then this one is going to go here. Tidy this up a bit. That's went too far. And the last one, look up, down. It's going to go in there. And that's going to go in there. Then we're going to drag it into position. Ah, damn. Right. So that's done. And that can be deleted. Right. And disable that breakpoint. And we should be adding a breakpoint there. Okay, these can get moved along a bit here. This can go along a bit here. And this one can go about there. So we'll say straighten connection to reroute node, straighten connection to reroute node, and straighten connection to reroute node. And that should be us. Right? And that should begin it for the game instance. So if we press play there, then go options, right? Index 0, which is right. Now we don't know if that's checked or not. Headbob should be, and that one should be, right? We've only got headbob done. So the question has to be, that's okay. should be true, true. Right, so we'll stop that for now. Then we'll resume, hit the button, resume, and we've got our 2. If we close that now, and then we exit the game, press play, options, resume, resume. We've got our medium, but these are off. Why are those off? That doesn't make any sense. Right, we're going to stop that for now. We're going to grab a quick break for 2 minutes. If you're enjoying the stream, enjoying the content, hit like and subscribe, and check out the description for links to my Discord, my previous game on Steam, and ways to support me on Patreon. I shall be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere, guys. Alright guys, we're back and let's check this out again, shall we? Let's see where we are with this crazy thing. What I'm going to do is we're going to delete this, then we're actually going to get our save game, right? And we're going to set everything to false. And we're going to press play. So when I go to options here, we're going to resume for now, and nothing. What? Ah, I'm an idiot. Stop this for now. Right, we need to go to here. And in our create default save game, we need to set everything to false, right? And we need to delete this again. Sorry about that, folks. I had forgot that we were actually doing that. Right. So, now options, resume, gameplay, nothing set up, look up down, okay, step over, we're setting the game instance now. Resume. Okay. Now, if we go to here, then we go back to gameplay, it's fine. It's as we were. Now, stop. Play. Options, resume, gameplay, 1. Set this one, resume, display, gameplay, close, exit, play, options, resume, gameplay, correct. Okay, so up until this, everything's good. Question is, can we switch one off? Resume. Display, gameplay, stop, play, options, resume, gameplay, good. Okay, change, hard. Resume, cool, stop, resume, options, resume, now did that just do what I think it did? Yeah, it did. It looks like it's firing it on change, and it looks like it's changing it. Resume, gameplay, and that's not set. Right, so basically what we need to do is we don't allow this until setup is complete. So we go here, and we set a variable and we say set up complete. We save it, then we drag it in here, we get it, and we say branch, and if it's true, we do this, and if it's false, we do not. Right? So when we come in here, we basically wait until this whole thing is done, right? And then we say set this to set up complete. Okay. So now what we'll do is we'll come to here, delete this again, minimize it, press play, options, we'll disable that breakpoint, resume, gameplay, that's as we expected. We'll set headbob, and that's going to do it because our setup is complete. Resume. Okay, this is all good. I'll stop that. We'll go to options, gameplay, that's good. Change this to hard. And we get more bots. Right, so we stop that. We press play, options, gameplay, and there we go. It doesn't do its weird stuff. Press play, options, gameplay. Excellent. So we can close that, exit the game, and with that guys, it's been a very quiet night tonight for a change. It's been a quiet day actually. So if you've watched and enjoyed the stream, hit like and subscribe. Again, links in the description to support on Patreon, my previous game on Steam, and you're welcome to join the Discord. And with that, I'm going to call it an early night. So thanks for watching. Bye bye for now. See you tomorrow, 2 PM Central.